Yo, what is up, guys? This is Marc, and we're back with another video. I am so sorry for you guys waiting as long as you guys did for the next video. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again. Make sure I have some pre-recorded videos out next time I'm out of town. But listen, Ultra Vegito, his story does not stop, man. Ultra Vegito's DNA becomes part of Cell is the title of today's video that we will be reacting to. In the last episode, pretty much Vegito, he destroyed 18, destroyed 17, basically coerced Dr. Zero to give him the amazing Dread cyborg arm, right? The cyborg demon arm is what I like to call this new arm that he's going to obtain. So, hope you guys are ready for this reaction. Sit back, relax. Like I said, I am sorry. Let's get on to the reaction.
So our story continues after Vegito had just met the Z Fighters, having
Okay,
told
so this
them
is
to
like
leave
right
the
after.
battlefield. Now that both
right
the
after he met
android
them.
menaces they
Okay,
just spent 3 years training for had been eradicated by Vegito himself. Before, without warning, Ultra Vegito turns around, now surrounding himself in aura as he yells, I thought I told you punks to get moving. Or do you need me to
Is he getting
help?
serious?
What are you doing? This energy, it's rising. Is he turning on us? Which of course begins to alarm the not so cocky now Vegeta, who had just witnessed.
Wait, so what,
the
can
power
Vegeta
of the
feel it?
mystical
I mean, I guess you
figure.
could probably like feel the pressure
Slowly,
of
in
his
typical
energy, and that's how you
God-killer
can tell that
fashion,
his energy is rising.
Vegito
So you
raises
feel
his
the
hand,
pressure, right?
in the same way he would just before Hakkaiing his foes, until suddenly, in a throwback to Nappa, Vegito holds up 2 fingers whispering, "Get lost!" But unlike Nappa, the 2 fingers don't destroy the surrounding area, but
Okay.
instead coat the broken laboratory doors on the ground in the same aura that coated Vegito.
Okay, so he's
And
coating
within
the
seconds,
doors with his
they levitate
energy.
up from the ground and
Okay.
reach back up to the entrance of the cave until, with a loud and abrupt bang,
Yeah.
the doors along with the crumbling surrounding rocks create
Okay,
a
so he uses
makeshift
energy to
barrier
pretty much,
to seal the entrance forevermore.
Yeah, seal the entrance forever? Whoa.
Did he?
I mean, I'm assuming if he like
kidding
closed the
after all.
doors and then sealed it
Each
with
of the
his
Z
energy,
fighters outside
his
remained
Hakkaiing energy,
dumbfounded by the huge turn of events.
yeah, I would have to
Basically now having been
assume, like,
gatekept by an all-powerful
nothing's getting
figure
past that,
from
right?
continuing any further with their quest. Having to just take Vegito's word for it, the threat is now over. Or challenge him and suffer brutal and guaranteed defeat.
yeah, brutal defeat. Yeah.
Finally, some peace and quiet. Ready for me, Doctor? Leaving Ultra Vegito with a pleased smile as finally his interaction with the rest of the Z Fighters is now surely put to an end, and he can get down to business.
Okay.
But from the outside, the makeshift barrier soon then closes completely to be even tighter and stronger than ever before, as everyone else, including Vegeta, just remains stunned into quietness. The silence only being broken when Krillin exclaims, "Hey, you guys aren't actually thinking of breaking that door down again, are you? Because he wasn't lying. Whoever he was, he did destroy that powerful android you warned us about. Right, Trunks? I don't think we should tempt fate here."
Yeah, at least Krillin
And
is
for
the
a
smart
moment,
one, huh?
Future Trunks, hearing this, stays silent.
Listen,
not knowing
Krillin
what to
died
say
like what, twice
before
now?
finally
I'm pretty sure he
replying,
doesn't want to die a third time, right? Like,
"Yeah, that was definitely Android 17. I couldn't forget that monster's face even if I tried. And now, he's gone. Him and his sister come as a pair. If 17's gone, I couldn't imagine his sister not doing something about it.
okay.
So it must be as that guy said. He destroyed her too." But as Trunks says all this with a forlorn look as if still not satisfied, Tien Shinhan is quick to point out, "Well, what's the problem then? Listen, the way I see it, we trained all this time to defeat those 2 guys you warned us about. You warned us so that we could survive, and so they would be destroyed. Well, we're alive, including Goku. and those two are gone. We should be celebrating.
Okay, so yeah, Goku is still alive.
So we don't push our luck
here, which kind of makes sense.
Alone.
Like pretty much what this timeline is basically everything from the normal Cell saga, except there's no Cell, like there's no future Cell.
But this guy didn't exist in my timeline.
Like whereas future Cell invaded the main timeline, like the one that we all know and love.
I feel like
future Cell
has changed a lot.
At least I'm pretty sure it's not going to be in this one, right?
But not in the ways me and my mother hoped. I can't be sure yet if this is good, or I've caused something even worse to happen instead. But you're probably right to leave this alone.
Because if future Cell is not in this timeline, then I have to assume that like the androids are the enemies.
We'll have Goku with us soon. Mother told
because
me
like in the main timeline, Cell like the androids were the enemy, but like Cell made them like join forces, sort of, right? So they had like a common enemy.
Right in front of the prince,
so
it finally makes
things like kind of calm down a little bit more, right?
Kakarot? You think Kakarot would make a damn difference here? These amateurs may not have just realized what they saw, but that thing in there is on a whole other level. He's like a god compared to us. What was the damn point of becoming a Super
that is
Saiyan?
True.
The legendary warrior my father told me of, if it was this easily outclassed.
Yeah, I do feel bad for Vegeta. Not right here, because I mean this Vegeta literally got spared like getting kicked in the arm and getting his left arm like messed up, right? Or dying by 17, like just like his future self did, right? So
blasts his energy out.
It's just crazy to think about,
seems
right?
To be his
like,
max power level. Screaming as he does so, I will surpass
it's just crazy
limits.
how like Vegeta, like in the future timeline, like I feel bad for the future Vegeta, because future Vegeta, he pretty much was like, okay, you know, I got Super Saiyan, Kakarot died, so, you know, that sucks. Then he got Super Saiyan on his own, which is cool. And then the second he got Super Saiyan and he got into his first fight, he just got killed by 17.
What the hell is your problem, Vegeta?
At least in the main continuity, he was able to take out 19 with his showcase of power, but like in the future, he literally got the legendary Super Saiyan form, and then he just got cooked by man-made objects. And
I'll destroy that clown for taking my kill.
Future Vegeta just got
typical
crushed,
Vegeta fashion, then flying off at speed into the distance in search
I'm just saying, like,
of
especially him.
his limits.
Like, he just got Super Saiyan and he got body like this.
Father. Leaving
At least the main timeline Vegeta catched a W. Even this Vegeta catched a W, right? So
a power to surpass a Super Saiyan? What does he mean? Could there really be a form beyond what we have already?
Yes, Trunks, you need to think outside the box.
Who takes Trunks' confused look for one.
I'm not gonna blame Trunks too much because he is just a hybrid Saiyan, so.
Don't worry about him, Trunks. That's just Vegeta. His ego has been severely damaged by what he just witnessed. He's probably headed back to Capsule Corp to train right now. And he's not wrong too. We should all be continuing our training. If not for him, for any future threats that will come. We dodged a bullet today, but that's not to say we won't have tougher battles in the future.
I mean, Piccolo is definitely considered like definitely a smart fighter, right? I think he's smart just in general, but I think he's also really a smart fighter. But one thing I will not understand about Piccolo is that, like, obviously, you know, I understand he's a fighter. He could care less really about the Dragon Balls per se. You know, he's a fighter first, so obviously he's not gonna just like sit back and be like, oh, you know, let me protect myself while my friends are dying. Let me just protect myself so then we have Dragon Balls, right? But technically, that is the smart play, right? Am I crazy?
Meanwhile, back with Ultra Vegito, finally alone with the Doctor, he addresses him. So, you heard me then, Jiro. When exactly are you going to get to work? I need a new arm, but not like that garbage you gave yourself in that blob 19. I need what you gave 17. No, even stronger than that.
Okay, so 17's arm really isn't nothing crazy about it. That's all I know about 17's arm, I guess, is that he has infinite energy, right?
As he thinks, who does he think he is? I'm no servant to be used as and when he wants. He should be my slave. A slave to my android abilities and infinite life.
Ego was just crazy.
This man just destroyed my life's work in an instant, and now expects me to just work for him without question. And with his frustration bubbling over, for a moment, Dr. Giraud loses sight of who he's talking to, and yells back, "How dare you speak to me like that? Do you have any idea who I am? I was revered around the world, paid millions to work when you were still in nappies. Yet you think I'll work for nothing in return? Tell me this. What will you do if I refuse?
If you guys know what nappies is,
destroyed
please let me
everything
know
I
in the
ever lived
comments.
for. So why do you think I'd fear death by your hand?" But Vegito, who is completely unfazed by Giraud's apparent bravery in the face of death threats, just replies calmly, "Well, if you didn't agree to make my arm, it's no problem really. I'd just find another way. Maybe visit Dr. Brief instead. But what I would do is of course first kill you. Slowly and agonizingly.
Yeah, slowly
before then destroying that lunk
okay.
of metal, Android 16 over there. And then finally, come for your precious baby, Cell. And I'd erase him from the face of the earth before he ever got to be born. Now how does that sound, Doctor? What? Did you just say? Of course, hearing this, Dr. Giraud is left nothing short of gobsmacked. So much information that just couldn't be known by anyone other than himself.
Just like, you know, before all this stuff happened. Only really he knows Cell, right? Like obviously 18 and 17 don't know what Cell is.
16 is one thing.
16 I don't think knows who Cell is, but
this
I think only he himself
nor
only
from
knows
this
who
dimension.
Cell is, right?
That kind of knowledge has to be otherworldly. And he knows, even if I've lost 17 and 18, I cannot lose Cell. Cell is my only hope for revenge on this damned planet. Now completely beaten mentally,
what did Earth do to you, man? Like,
Dr.
you want revenge on
solemnly looks at
Goku or the
ground
planet?
and
Like,
remains
what
in
did the
total
planet do,
silence,
right?
Using
Like,
the mass computer power stored within his body
I'm just
to
saying.
compute
Listen, I'm just
exactly what he must do for the highest probability of survival, before eventually looking up at Vegito and lifting his arm to point to his right. He finally then concedes. Okay, I get it. I give up. You win. Your existence and knowledge of things you should not know will most likely never be answered. So let us just begin and get this over with. Come here and get on the operating table. And we can start as you wish.
Okay. That's a good boy, Dr. Giraud. Good boy.
And on hearing this,
want a treat?
an immediate smirk of gratification
want some scrap metal?
Vegito's face, knowing he had finally
I'm assuming
broken the old
androids
man
don't
down
have to eat, right?
get what he wanted. As he lets out
I guess
finally.
other than Cell, because
Excellent,
Cell
Doctor. I knew you'd see it my way
right? Cell does eat.
I guess
right?
you toasters can be sometime.
Have I ever seen like 17 or 18 like eat something?
And we eventually return
can't
to see
remember.
Ultra
I actually
Vegito
don't
in an
know.
operating room within Giraud's lab, with the android doctor himself beside, overseeing everything that is happening. Most curiously though, as we peer at the presumably unconscious Vegito's face, we notice, even when connected up to oxygen and with his eyes closed, he still maintains his ultra form. A showcase of either just how much he has now mastered the form.
Yeah, he's been in that form for like what, 3 days now? 2 or 3 days at this point.
From Giraud, or the numerous
Doesn't look like it's
gods
straining
that
him at
now
all.
want his head. But most importantly, now in place of where his left arm once was, is a completely robotic arm. Still in what seems to be an alpha stage, with no skin covering it, and noticeably thicker
I want to say nails,
and more
like
durable
just like
than
sticking
even
to his
the
arm, but I don't think those are
ultra-powerful
nails.
limbs of 17 and 18.
But okay,
The
that's
beginning
his new
of
cyborg
Ultra
RoboCop
Vegito's
arm, I
story
guess.
has just begun. But as Dr. Gero watches over, it's clear he does still bear hatred in his heart and a mystery ulterior motive, as he thinks to himself, with him being so vulnerable right now, you'd think I could just finish him as is. Maybe with poison. Maybe by implanting a self-detonating bomb on his heart. But with there being no data on him,
A self-detonating bomb.
Whoa. He dealt with 17 and 18, I wouldn't even be surprised if he could wake up at the very minute I attempted anything. No science in the world could ever explain exactly the kind of powers I have witnessed from this man. But soon,
Hey man, Dr. Gero, man, listen. Dr. Gero in 19, they did have the drip, man. They had these earrings, man. Skoom, man. They had the earrings, bro. They're going crazy.
If I'm to be forced like this, like a pitiful dog to do his
So just
wishes,
imagine drip 17, man. Yes, the
I will
the
receive
earring.
compensation in my own way.
I don't think I've ever seen 18 wear
His
earrings.
techniques,
I don't think I did. Maybe in GT she did, but I don't know.
Whoever and whatever this is will be fed directly to you, my greatest creation. You will no longer need those.
Oh wait, he's gonna try to get
17 and
Ultra
18.
Vegito's DNA, which is the
This
title,
force
of
power,
course.
Cell will finally become perfect, far stronger than he could have ever been with the twins. Goku, just you wait and see. And soon, with that said, deep in another laboratory far off, a machine
A little bit
continues to
overkill
work
for this Goku that
autonomously,
literally is recovering from
containing
a heart
small
virus, but
creature.
okay.
A creature
okay.
that as we get closer to, all of us as OG Dragon Ball Z fans
Even in Perfect
recognize
Cell
as
would
none
stomp
other than Baby
post
Cell.
heart virus Goku, just
But
like right after the
with
heart virus Cell
key
was stomping. Right?
horrific difference.
But now in Perfect Cell now
Just
is
like that, with the DNA
Ultra
techniques and
DNA.
power of Ultra Vegito, this version of Cell gains Ultra Instinct. A new terror in this
so this
timeline
baby
that
Cell
will
just woke
surpass
up, you know, he just
all
woke up with the
others
eye and now he has
and be
Ultra
created
Instinct as
by
a baby?
Vegito
Okay.
once again.
Oh my god.
And speaking of Vegito, a week later we see him once again.
Oh Vegito,
His
what are you
back turned,
doing?
now
You
in
didn't
his
you didn't
base
feel
form,
him
and
extracting your
finally with a
DNA?
new
Oh my
top.
gosh.
As we can hear him mutter,
I mean technically he could just take some DNA.
that old geezer really
Obviously
did do
with the
a fine
arm
job
blood
here.
stuff.
I can
But
barely
also, I
tell
mean,
it
you
from
could
my
just
own
take a
arm.
strand of hair,
It
like
even
Ultra
feels
Ego
the
hair,
same.
Ultra Instinct hair, I guess, and then have
As soon,
DNA.
when we see it from the front, Vegito was indeed not lying, as the new arm now is completely lifelike, grafted on with
It
skin
definitely looks
that
lifelike, but it
perfectly
kind of looks a
matches
little oval, like round,
finally
like
making the
roundish,
smirking
right?
Saiyan whole.
I don't know, maybe
once again.
I'm looking at it
As he
kinda weird, I
says,
don't know.
Yes, everything went to plan. I'm even healed up. And the Zenkai I've just got from that long rest.
Okay, yeah,
boy,
finally he takes
am I
some
on
rest.
another level right now?
Like, when was the last time he got sleep?
Not to
Was it like
mention, looks
pretty much?
Gero added
He didn't get
all
any
the
sleep
little
this whole
upgrades
time,
I
right?
needed to. And as soon as we get a closer look into the palm of Vegito's new robotic arm, it's
Okay,
clear
yep, he has
at
the-
least what one of the
he has
upgrades
the,
was. As in the center
energy
of it
absorption
is one of Dr.
device,
Gero's
okay.
signature energy absorption devices.
Yep.
The same ones both he and 19
I mean, listen,
had.
those are
As
actually
Vegito
very
then
helpful. I just
directly
imagine
looks into the shining
if,
center and explains,
I don't know,
perfect. Just
the
perfect.
God of Destruction throws a Hakai, right, and
This
then he just
combined with my spirit fishing abilities.
like hopefully they actually
and
can absorb
yard
Hakais.
drives
That would be
will
crazy.
allow me to take more than just the lives of those gods. I'll take their damn godly key too. But soon noticing that Dr. Gero is also in the room, Vegito turns his head and abruptly questions, "So, old man, you're absolutely sure that this will allow me to absorb as much energy as I want, right? The same as what you and that refrigerator 19 had? I wouldn't want to have to come back here for a refund."
Yeah, refrigerator. Okay.
His senses have already come back to him. How is he possibly sensing the presence of an android like myself when I have no key?
Yeah, I guess like 19 was just like a beta test model or something, just for like for 20 himself. I guess is what 19 was.
Just as you wished.
Because like no other android is like 19 or Dr. Gero, right? With the energy absorptions.
More suitable to your own vastly different capabilities. You should be able to absorb as much energy as your body can handle. But after studying your DNA and anatomy closely, it's hard to know if you even have limits. But Vegito, hearing this, only realizes one part of what Gero had said, gaining a cocky look on his mug before replying, "So you had a little look under the hood while I was unconscious, huh, Doctor? You know, I'm not sure that's even legal, you little perv. But whatever. What I need to know is, did you make all of the upgrades I needed? Including that special one I needed."
What special one?
Hearing Vegito's first insinuation though, an awkward sweat drip comes down Dr. Gero's head.
Like if I think of all the android abilities, the only special one I could think of is like what, a barrier?
Before continuing, but yes, it took some work, some of my best even, and I still don't know how you knew so
like a barrier.
What I was capable of doing.
There's probably like one more thing, but I just
each
can't
and every
remember
one
right
of
now.
your requirements. Now, as promised, I have to ask you. Will you leave here and spare my life as promised? But Vegito instead gives no reply, opting to stare at Gero.
Oh, maybe it's the eye. No, it can't be. I was gonna say the eye beams. You guys remember the eye beams? That's like this, and then like little eye beams come out. But like, nah, you have to be like a full android for that. That's all they did was change his arm, right?
He begins lifting 2 fingers, seemingly ready to finally turn on the Doctor. But what kind of gruesome method will he choose to dispose of him with? What are you doing? Stay back! I did everything as you asked! You promised me! You promised me!
Whoa!
You really took a stranger's word for granted? You really are the dumbest genius I ever laid.
I mean,
my
Dr. Gero,
eyes
I mean,
on.
listen, like what do you want me to say?
Unfortunately,
right? Dr. Gero, he had
this
no
is
other
the way
option. I mean, it was
things
either he
have to go.
goes now or he
But
goes
in an
later.
incredible turn of events, Vegito ends up just patting the Doctor on his shoulder, now with a far more inviting smile, reminiscent of Goku, as he lets out, "Calm down. Don't have a heart attack. I'm letting you survive, but not because of a simple promise. I'm letting you survive because you are a weakling. And no threat to the fighters here anymore.
Thanks,
without
Ultra
your
Vegito.
puppets. 18 and 17 had
Thank
to
you,
go.
I guess.
I already know
Thank
all
you for
about
letting me
your plan
survive
to have
because
them
I am
be
a weakling.
absorbed by
Thank
your
you
darling
so
self,
much.
so that he can
I
become
mean, listen,
God.
I'm not gonna
If you've
complain.
been wondering,
I'm definitely not gonna
I know
complain.
all of this because I'm from the future.
Being spared by Ultra
And
Vegito
in
because he
my
says you're a
timeline,
weakling, that sounds pretty good
Your
to me.
plan actually worked. You were killed by 17 in just the same way he attempted earlier.
Pretty much in every
Eventually,
timeline,
Cell did
Gero
get a
gets
hold
cooked by
of him
17.
and his sister. But
Maybe
only to be
18 in some
eventually
timelines,
defeated
maybe,
by
but
Son Gohan,
for the most part,
the
Gero
first
always
Super
gets cooked, right?
Saiyan 2. What? This information, of course, takes Gero back tremendously. It's shocking enough to hear the existence of time travel, but now also the inconceivable defeat of a perfect Cell as he continues. The future. Impossible. Time travel. There's no way that could be achieved.
Oh, it has, Jerome.
Son Gohan.
By
Son
Bulma
Goku's child
herself
defeated my
in
perfect
response to a
Cell.
need,
This is
not a desire.
preposterous. You surely
That's
can't
why the
expect me
future
to believe
Bulma,
that. If you're so
was able to
sure
do it.
about
Bossly,
this,
Future Bulma
then
has
why
future
even
technology,
destroy
right, as
them?
well.
Surely things would have turned out just as you said anyway.
It was some type of element or something like that.
But Vegito,
Some
who is thoroughly
special
unimpressed
secret
now,
element,
then continues.
I believe is what it was.
For a brilliant scientist, you sure are short-sighted. Just my appearance in this timeline has already shifted things completely. If I had let 17 and 18 live, there was no guarantee at all the rest of the timeline.
Yeah, there's no guarantee because there's no
fact,
future
it
Cell,
would
right?
most
Or at least
definitely not.
I don't think so, right?
My timeline already had someone from the future arrive.
Future Trunks coming
Ended
into
up
like
changing
pretty
the
much
events
every
of our
timeline
future
is like a
completely when compared to
is like a
his.
necessity because that's the
What
starting
I did
point
at the very
of
least
all of this.
guaranteed
But
Cell's
Cell
destruction.
from the
Now
future.
that he can never become perfect.
Wait, actually,
Whatever way
is
you
Cell
cut it,
a
that
part of
would
the
always
time loop
be a
as well?
Good thing for the future of this universe. Dr. Gero
Like Trunks being in
again
multiple
then becomes
timelines,
withdrawn,
thanks to the time loop,
realizing
makes
what
sense.
Vegito says is
But
right,
maybe Cell is.
and finally asks, I see.
Maybe.
So, what now?
But
I guess
Cell
you
only
finished
goes to the
job
past if
and
Trunks
find my dear Cell and
disables
destroy him
the
too?
androids in his
But
future. That's the only way
Vegito
Cell will go
surprisingly
back.
has other ideas
Right.
and responds, no, I wouldn't even know where to start looking anyway. But even then, he too is worth nothing, now that he can't absorb 17 or 18. In his imperfect form, he's now hardly any stronger
I guess
than
that just
Piccolo
depends
once he
on,
fuses with
like,
Kami.
If future Trunks
now
set
that
those
Goku
coordinates,
and
like it's
Vegeta
just it's
still
all
alive
just
too,
it's crazy.
There's not a
I don't
hope
know.
in hell left for him.
But I'm just gonna
He'll
assume in
die
this
by their
timeline, future
hands,
Cell is not
not
here,
mine.
right?
But suddenly, after hearing this, Gero realizes something significant, thinking to himself, wait, he doesn't know. Of course he doesn't.
And that's another thing too. Wait,
no
Vegeta just say he
idea
didn't know where
implanted
Cell was?
Cell
I mean, I
with his
guess that
DNA
could make
and
sense if
data.
Trunks and Krillin didn't
He
tell
still
him.
thinks of Cell
right?
as being the same imperfect form.
I guess they were
that
just
just
they
about
just was like, hey, Goku,
16
Vegeta, hey, we
in
killed
strength.
Cell, and
I have to go
there we
along
go.
with this.
I guess, right?
This is my chance! And so Vegito begins walking away finally, his back turned to the doctor
So like Vegito
until...
just wouldn't know where Cell was.
Listen, old man. Just give it up. The androids, Cell, they were all destined to be defeated by Goku and his friends. Regardless
Oh yeah,
of
but
whether
I mean,
was
Vegito
here
literally
or
just
not.
confirmed that Piccolo
It
could have
took you
killed
decades to
Cell,
build them.
right? Which I definitely
Time
believe
you
he
could
could have.
spent
He was
advancing
trying to get
human
information.
civilization
So.
by light years. You could have done a lot of good. Just don't waste any more
I mean,
of your
advancing
time
human civilization by
chasing
light
this
years is
pipe
definitely
dream.
true.
Just live your life.
I mean,
in
I will say
quiet.
Trunks not
But if you
destroying
don't,
Frieza's ship would have
I
also
will.
helped. I'll just say that too. Just saying. You know, if we had some of that blue liquid on Earth, I mean,
rushes through
you
Dr.
know.
Gero,
Hey,
but
man, right?
eventually
Listen.
he calms himself
I'm just
and
saying, bro.
replies,
I'm just saying.
Yes, I agree. Now that I know beings like you can arrive at any time from the future, there has become
Like,
just
I understand
one
why Trunks
human
destroyed
variable
Frieza's ship,
to
but he
account
shouldn't
for
have
anyway.
destroyed it like that quickly.
Continuing this plan
In my
for
opinion,
revenge
right?
is now just pointless. To which
Like, that ship
Vegeta
can literally
responds,
go into space, has the blue
Good
healing
day.
liquid in there, so like
Revenge.
Earthlings could study it,
Pointless.
right? You know, has the armor, which I'm not
Before
sure.
then snapping
you know,
his fingers
I'm pretty
in
sure
the
it'll be
air.
more useful than
Suddenly
like
summoning
human
Whis'
armor,
staff,
right?
as if after his Zenkai, his control of some of the angelic powers has increased even further.
Just imagine
He looks
humans
down at it
wearing
one
like
final
Saiyan
time
battle
and
armor
thinks,
in like for like World War
Finally,
III or something. Like,
the
what the
time has
hell?
come once again to give those
that'd be crazy.
deities what's coming to them. And just like that, Using his time rings, Vegito opens up a portal back to his timeline, but into an unknown universe.
An unknown universe.
And staring into the dark void with his angel staff in hand, his final words to Gero are, "Goodbye, Gero. You may think Cell was your greatest creation, but this arm you built me will go on to change everything you could ever imagine. Stay safe." And with that, Vegito then enters the portal and leaves this timeline for what should hopefully be the last time. Help! But unfortunately, some weeks pass and a healthy, grown Cell is finally
this dude, man, like they did get revived, right? But that pain would still be there, right? Like that pain and that memory would still be there, right?
I love it.
Even if they got revived, they would have major PTSD. Like, whoa.
As Cell,
I remember Piccolo in the anime, he was just looking at it. He was just like,
and slowly sucked into himself
Piccolo
the very
was just
life
like,
force that held the man together.
Oh my gosh.
Leaving behind nothing but a husk in its remains.
Oh my gosh.
But soon enough, a pair
Speak of the GOAT himself, man. Piccolo!
In front of the strange creature.
Piccolo is finally here, guys.
To be none other than Piccolo, now fused with Kami after witnessing the power of Ultra Vegito. As the Namekian yells out,
so he fused with Kami after witnessing Ultra Vegito's power.
Who can't fight back? How about you deal with me now? Gladly, brother. But soon, we see a close-up of imperfect Cell's face,
you see Ultra Instinct
and this is
in
no
his eyes.
ordinary Cell, as his eyes glisten with a classic Ultra Instinct shine before then uttering the most unthinkable of words. Hakai! What? Brother! As instantly, Piccolo, along with the Dragon Balls,
like these characters, they don't even know what's happening. Right? They don't even know what's what's going on. They did not see Vegito use Hakai on 18, so they don't know what's happening.
Vegito had unknowingly helped create. No! Mr. Piccolo?
Bro, look at Vegeta, bro. Like he's just like,
Gohan and Vegeta gathered to train,
you know, he was weak anyway. Like, bro, what is wrong with you, Vegeta?
Reacts in shock, horror, and sadness.
Okay, well the Dragon Balls are gone. Just exactly, bro, exactly what I was talking about earlier. The Dragon Balls are gone, guys. I'm sorry. It's
instead of heading straight for Cell,
they pretty much have to go to Super Namek
each
now
should
to
go
get the
into
Dragon
the
Balls.
hyperbolic time chamber to train. The first being Vegeta.
So I mean,
and
as long as they don't rush in immediately, they get Goku and they can go to Super Namek.
While Gohan will train with Krillin.
At least I think he knows what Super Namek is at this point. Maybe. He goes to Super Namek and he gets the Dragon Balls and then. I mean, who am I kidding, bro? This is a wrap. Like pretty much the only way they could deal with Cell with Hakai is if they turned themselves immortal, because you can't Hakai immortal beings, right?
And so the three
I mean that's literally the only thing they could do here is become immortal. It's literally the only thing they can do is become immortal.
But on Cell's activation of Ultra Instinct,
or wish to be the strongest in the universe, I guess.
Would be left in shock. Whoa! No! That looks the same as
Ultra Vegeta.
And ultimately, with unbelievable ease, imperfect Cell would go on to kill not only Vegeta, Future Trunks.
No, Future Trunks, bro. You should have got out of there, bro. This ain't even your future or your present, future.
Combining their brimming Saiyan life force with his own and reaching an even greater level of power. Now, only
he's using the God Slayer blade, Mortal Slayer blade on Vegeta.
As he soon, in the next few hours, will wake up and discover what's happened while he was away. And all because
Yeah, look at
Ultra
Gohan.
Vegito.
Alright guys. That was that episode, bro. I'm gonna rate this episode a solid 9 out of 10. This outro's gonna be kind of quick because I got somewhere I gotta be. But like I said, solid 9 out of 10. I liked it. The gore at the end was kinda something else. Man, I feel bad for them, bro. I really do. But I will see you guys in the next video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and see you in the next one. Peace out.